Hello, Leo, and welcome back to Appalachian Tarot. I am so glad that you have decided to join me for this week's reading. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm very, very glad that you're here. This is a reading for primarily the sun sign of Leo, but of course, moon signs, rising signs, you're all welcome here, as are cross watchers. So we're going to go ahead and open the reading with a Seasons of the Witch Oracle card. Because this is a collective reading, I need you all to use your own intuition to determine when the universe is speaking to you through me and through the cards. If a message does not resonate with you, it's probably just for somebody else who's watching. So don't try and make something fit that doesn't seem to fit for you. It's just for another Leo. All right, we have our first card. You get, oh golly, you get orgasm. Oh, that's quite the card. I don't know if I can read this. It's a little risque. Orgasm. Thrust your body. Elevate your soul. Open the gates to your renewal. All right, well, that sounds like a really positive card, and let's open to the book here. Oh, there we go. I opened at number 30, but this is card 29, so one page back. Orgasm. Leo, your keyword is release. Well, I would say so. Okay. Serious. Let's be serious and adult about this. All right, Appalachian Tarot, get yourself together. Release is a necessary part of life that you must give way to from time to time. When that does not happen, your soul becomes too overwhelmed and will seek release in other, more destructive ways. Never is this more true than with emotions. Lower vibrations such as anger, sadness, jealousy, and rage can consume you if they are left unchecked. You may think that you are getting over what you feel by ignoring it or locking it in the back of your mind, but eventually your emotional baggage will seek another outlet and manifest itself in self-destruction, illness, chaotic outbursts, or other negative expressions of release. An emotional release doesn't have to be dramatic. There are many ways you can free yourself from the storm brewing within. Giving yourself to creative expression is a healthy way to channel darker emotions. Dance or cook, or lose yourself in art, body expression, or music. The medium doesn't matter, so long as it brings you a sense of freedom. All right, Leo. It sounds to me like some of you are holding on to some very, very negative, low vibrational attitudes, thoughts, experiences. There are some things that you need to release. So I want you to meditate on that. Meditate on the orgasm card. What is it that you need to let go? I want you to meditate on that while I am shuffling the tarot ahead of our Celtic cross reading. So just go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold, and release. And do that a couple times while you meditate on the orgasm card and try and determine exactly what it is that the universe is trying to get you to let go of, Leo. What isn't serving you anymore? What can you do to free yourself from whatever toxicity is in your life? Maybe you like to cook. I do. So maybe you can find new recipes to prepare. Maybe you like to sing. I do as well. Maybe you can rock out to some music that helps free your soul and get that negative energy out of you. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you like to run. Maybe you like to work out. Maybe you like to write or journal. Maybe you're a crafter. Whatever it is, the universe is calling on you to do something that gets out the negativity. What is that negativity, though? That's What is it the universe is calling on Leo to release? What is the universe calling on Leo to release? What is the universe calling on Leo to release? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, good golly. All right, Leo. All right, you got a couple bonus cards over here that I'm going to read. But the You Now card is the Knight of Wands reversed. You're definitely operating from a low vibrational place, Leo. The Knight of Wands reversed is frustration, anger. It's this deep, deep sense of... I said frustration, but frustration is the word that keeps coming to mind. Like, you're very frustrated and stuck, and you're pissed off about something. And this is Leo energy. So this is fire energy. This is a cusp card. It's on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. So there's some water energy in there as well. But it's primarily fire energy, and it's primarily Leo energy. In whatever this is that is frustrating you, and I can see that you are incredibly frustrated, that the universe is calling on you to release it. The universe wants you to let it go. I don't know what it is, though, yet, but there is something that is just keeping you very tense. Something that is just, you're holding in, that you need to just, like, scream and let out. What's blocking you? King of Cups. I think there's some sadness here. Definitely getting a feeling that some of you are emotionally unbalanced, but I don't mean that in like a sort of like medical way. I'm not pathologizing anything here, but what I mean is that like you're just very, very, it's like a card of deep melancholy is what I'm getting. But it's a deep melancholy born out of a frustration that someone or something is not listening to you or working out the way you think it should, that you feel like you're not being heard. There's an anger that underlies this sadness. It's not just like grief or depression or anything like that. It's as though you understand that there is a way that this could work out and be happy if only someone or something would meet you halfway. What's in your immediate past? Page of Swords. You've been trying. I get the feeling that this is a love reading for some of you and that there's like some... like you've been trying to communicate with a partner and tell them exactly what it is that you're feeling and what you need out of this relationship, and that they are just unable or unwilling to meet you. You have been trying to communicate. You have been trying to talk to them. You want to go out and do things. You want to improve the situation, and they are just stuck, and it is causing you immense frustration. I get the feeling that some of you may be outgrowing a relationship. That you feel like you've been wanting to expand your horizons, to learn new things, have new experiences, and that your partner or your family or something is just staying at home, sitting there, want to watch TV. They don't want to move. They don't want to go out and do anything. Or they don't want to, they're very closed off to new ideas. Like, you bring a different perspective and they immediately shoot it down. This does feel like a personal relationship, not a work relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. But it does feel like there is someone in your orbit who is incapable of change. They're inflexible and it's getting on your nerves. And it's starting to really frustrate you. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. This could be a romantic partner. It's in your future if nothing changes. The Tower. Something's got to change. It's going to change. Okay. Whatever you do, this is an untenable situation. The universe has come to you today to tell you that it is time for you to take action and let this go. Because if you don't, things are going to boil over to the point to where you have... Look, there are two things here. You can be the change that you need, or you can sit and you can let this boil until it's finally boiling over. Either way, this release that the orgasm card is calling for is going to happen, Leo. This Tower in the future here... All right, this is the future if you don't change course. If you don't do anything different and you just let things go the way it's going, all right, this is what's going to happen. It's the Tower. Look at the card. All right? It's disaster. Sudden change. Upheaval. Chaos. Revelation. Disaster. Awakening. Release. Sudden insight. The Tower card, well, first of all, interestingly, is a fire card. And you are a fire sign. But the Tower card is catastrophic change is perhaps too strong of a word, because catastrophic implies disaster. And yes, this card can be one of that kind of disaster, but it's like a sudden change. It's like the difference between a slowing down at a red light and coming to a complete stop and slamming on the brakes and your seatbelt pulls at you because it's the only thing holding you from flying through the window. Like, it's that. It's the difference between a gradual slowdown and a sudden brake when you're coming to a red light. And what I'm seeing here is that whatever the situation that the universe is calling on you to release and to let out, it's coming to a head, one way or another. And my instinct here, my feeling, is that you have some control over how this ends. It can either end dramatically and ugly because you didn't do what you needed to do and you didn't release this situation, or, and we'll keep going, I get the feeling that if you take control of this situation right now, it can end a little bit more peacefully for you and in a way that is more satisfying to you than what this Tower card represents here. What's in your consciousness? Death. You know that this is an untenable situation, Leo. You know something needs to change. You know you're not getting your needs met. You're not being heard. You are not feeling like you have someone who is willing to meet you halfway or is open to your perspective. I get the feeling that you are being dismissed. When you raise an issue, when you try to talk about a feeling, when you try to have some sort of conversation that's deeper than the weather, this person is shutting down, and it is destroying you, Leo. It is destroying you. And what I am feeling here that the universe is saying to me is that you are very much aware that this cannot continue. You know, and it's not a coincidence that you have the Tower here and Death here. You know something needs to change. You know you need a fresh start and a new beginning. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean breaking up if you're in a romantic relationship or ending a friendship or walking away from your family. This card could mean that you just understand that you need a reset with this person or these people. And I do get the feeling that this is like a personal relationship for most of you. So it's family, it's friends, it's a relationship, like a romantic relationship, a partner, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, whatever the case may be. But you understand that, like, you're not vibing right now. You're not. You're on different wavelengths, and you know that you need to get on similar wavelengths. And if you can't, you know that it's time to make a change. Let's see what else is going on in your subconscious. Oh, Five of Pentacles. You love this person deeply. You're ready to walk through hell for them, and that makes it very hard for you to walk away. You don't want to leave this person. But there's a desolation here. There's this just deep sadness. Doesn't even begin to describe it. It's just you've been walking through hell, but you're also not aware of how much control you might have over this situation, or if not control, how you can improve this situation. You may not be able to change the situation, but you might be able to change your circumstances. There might be help out there. For some of you, this could mean going to some sort of couples counseling. But what I'm seeing here is that you're afraid to leave this situation because there is this deep, incredible love that you have for this person, these people. You fear being alone. You fear what happens if you don't have them by your side. Some of you could be having money issues. That could be driving a lot of this. I don't know. I don't get the feeling that's it for most of you, but I think for at least one or two of you it probably is. But I do see that you're like holding on here. You're trying to make this work. You are desperate for this to succeed. But you understand that things cannot continue the way they have been. And the universe understands it too. It's asking you to release with the orgasm card, but it's also the Tower. And perhaps you haven't necessarily communicated to your partner or your friend the concerns you're having. I think you need to. You know, so often in my experience, so often in relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, whatever, so much drama can be avoided if you simply approach the other person in a rational way, in a calm way that's not accusatory, and just say, this is some behavior that is you're exhibiting that is affecting me negatively. Can you please stop? You know, people can't read your mind, Leo. And I get the feeling that most of you have tried to express this to your partner or to your friend or your family member, but that maybe you need to try a different way of expressing it if you really want to save this relationship. And you may just need to let this relationship go. But if it's something you really want to save, then you have to try and communicate in a way that they're going to understand. Because right now, they're not getting it. And they may just be incapable of understanding it. You could just be very different people, possibly than who you were when you met. This death card could be signifying for some of you that you've just changed so much that there is no going back, even though you kind of feel like this is your person. This is the one you want to be with, or this is your best friend. I think this is romantic for a lot of you, though. All right. Your control over this situation is the Eight of Cups reversed. It is a card of Sisyphus in a way when it's reversed. Like, you just keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, but you're not going to get different results. You're willing to try it again. You keep coming back for more. You know. What's the old song? You just keep me hanging on. That came to mind. Me free, why won't you, baby? Let me be, why don't you, baby? You don't really love me. You just keep me hanging on. I get the feeling like you can't. It's like you're addicted to this person. Addicted has such a negative connotation. You're so loyal to this person that you don't want to walk away from them. You don't want to walk away from them. Maybe you don't have to, but something has to change. You have to let go of something. Like, you have to release something. Something is troubling you deeply, and you need to be honest. And I think you've been trying to communicate this with this other person. It's just not working. Outside influence is the Lovers. Golly. Yeah, this person is not trying to... This person does not mean to hurt you. I genuinely think this person loves you, and I think you two may very well be soulmates, or you think you're soulmates. Because the Five of Pentacles card here in your subconscious, to me the Five of Pentacles is always the soulmate card. It's not like that with every tarot reader. I think every tarot reader has a card that sort of instinctively reads like soulmate energy to them, right? And to me, it's the Five of Pentacles. Always has been, because it's two people who are willing to walk through hell together. The Lovers card is also, obviously, I think, a soulmate card. And I will say that for me, the Lovers always seems to be the most elusive card when I do readings. I don't have any, obviously, evidence to back this up. But I swear, I feel like the Lovers is the card that comes out the least often. It's the card that no matter who I'm reading, what sign I'm reading, if I'm reading for myself, the Lovers never appears. And so when it does appear, I take special consideration. And the fact that this is in your outside influences tells me that whoever this is loves you very much. And I do think that it is a romantic partner. I really do. Because we got the Five of Pentacles here, which I told you was the soulmate card to me. We got the Lovers here, and then, orgasm. Come on. Like, this could be somebody who you are just incredibly compatible with, Leo, and you do not want to let this relationship go. You want to fight for this love. But in order to do that, you two have to really start communicating in ways that I feel like it's almost like you're so different. Like you're opposites who attracted, and you're so different in your ways of communicating that neither one of you can understand the other. Like, you think that you're demonstrating your love in one way, but they don't see it, or they think that they're demonstrating their love, but you don't see it. You want certain things, they want other things. There's this energy of this push and pull dynamic that's just it's very much like I don't want to say the TF words, because I think that has become such a toxic concept, but it is textbook twin flame energy. It's like Liv and Fitz on Scandal. If you've seen that show, that kind of dramatic relationship where like it's toxic to a degree, but like you can't walk away. I know I said addiction was too maybe negative a word, but I'm really kind of beginning to think there is this element of like being addicted to the conflict here. But you know you can't go on like that. Alright, your hopes and fears. Yeah, you are terrified that it's just always going to be like this. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're just terrified it's always going to be like this. That you're always going to be fighting each other. That it's never going to be peaceful. that you're always going to be in conflict with one another. And I really don't get the impression that this is a star-crossed lovers kind of thing, like two lovers in fair Verona, Romeo and Juliet, or that like politics or religion is keeping you apart. I don't think it's anything like that at all. I think you're just very different people. You may have all the same opinions, and on text, on paper, look perfectly matched. But your personalities, this is personality. Your personalities are just so damn different. I don't, and you really don't see this changing. You know it needs to, but you don't see this changing. You are very afraid of what. And I feel like there's something here that has happened recently that has made you finally reevaluate whether this is healthy for you or not. I don't know if you have found out that you are pregnant, or if there is possibly like some sort of financial situation and you've realized this person is not someone you can rely on. Something, or if there was some sort of emergency perhaps, and this person just let you down. Whatever it is, you've realized recently that like this is not okay. And I think you're afraid that this other person either can't meet this new responsibility, or isn't willing to show up for you when you need it. It's the most likely outcome here. Ten of Pentacles reversed. I don't see this changing, Leo. I don't know if that's because you are unlikely to walk away from this person because you love them so much, or if that's because you're just facing some incredible burdens and incredible difficulties that whether you're with this person or not is not going to change. I know I'm supposed to find some like optimistic, hopeful way to end this reading, but to be completely honest, I'm seeing that this, you're just not going to have what you need for the next couple months. That things are, you're going to I think you have to take control of this situation. But we've got these two bonus cards here. The Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. It's going to work out eventually. With this Hanged Man here, though, and then this Ace of Cups right here, what that's telling me is that it's going to continue to be crap for a while. I don't know how long. I don't think very long in the grand scheme of things, because this is, near future. So 3 months, which in the grand scheme of things is not very long. But, when you're going through an incredibly tumultuous time, as I get the feeling that you are, Leo, 3 months can seem like an eternity. But what I see here is that things are going to continue. I think they're going to get worse before they get better. But I think that once they get better, they're going to get much better with this Ace of Cups here, which is all about like just complete like emotional fulfillment. That things are going to work out. But I get the feeling that things are not going to work out until you make a decision. And this just could be that you are terrified of making whatever decision needs to be made here. Whether it's leaving this person or whether it's saying what has been weighing on your mind. Or maybe this... Maybe this person is represented by the Hanged Man reversed here, and that they're going to have to come to the realization that, Leo, you are worth fighting for, and you are worth changing for, that you are worth whatever sacrifice this is calling for. It's on the bottom of the deck. What can't we see? Judgment. Yeah, Judgment's a card of deliverance. It's a card of awakening. It's a card of, yeah. I mean, it's a good card. It's a card of healing. I think really, redemption, forgiveness. These are written on the card. That's a good. I mean, that's for me, it's deliverance is what I always say. But deliverance is redemption. It's another word for redemption. Forgiveness is part of being delivered. It's part of your salvation. And so I do see that you all are you have the ability to work this out and to be incredibly happy. And I get the feeling that, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards, including the Lovers, with the soulmate card for me, which is the 5 of Pentacles. I think you all are meant to be, or at least that there's so much love here that y'all can work it out. You're gonna have to communicate better than you are right now. I don't know why you are struggling to communicate, Leo, but you are. And whatever this situation is, this rough patch, I do get the feeling that the other half of this, and I get the feeling this is a duo. This is like a partnership, a relationship. But the other person could be other people, but I really think this is just one other person. Whoever this is going to come around. But you're going to have to really be vulnerable here. You're going to have to articulate your needs. I mean, you're going to have to be very direct. This orgasm card, there is no dancing around an orgasm. You either had one or you didn't, right? So you're either going to have to, you have to tell this person. You have to be honest about what this is. I think for some of you, there's something about children here. Whether you are pregnant or you've decided you want to have a baby and it's like one of you wants to be a parent and the other one doesn't, I don't know. But I do get the feeling that for some of you there is a new child involved. With the Ace of Cups here, that's the primary one. But I said that earlier too, that there's this feeling of like, I don't know. There's this feeling, the Death card. Yeah, like there's some monumental change going on here that you're terrified about, whether it's a child or whether it's something else, and that it's going to affect the foundations of your relationship. You're going to come out stronger, I think, on the other side, but only if you do the work. I think there's work to be done here. I mean, we've got, this Ten of Wands here in your hopes and fears is a card of burdens. It's a card of hard work. Is this relationship worth fighting for? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Is this relationship worth fighting for? I'll tell you what I think. I think it is. From the cards. But only if you're able to have an orgasm. I guess literally, like if... But I mean figuratively, spiritually. If you're able to release whatever the orgasm card is calling you for. Sorry, I am a juvenile, apparently. Look, Leo, I think you're going to be fine. I think you've just got to do work. I think you need to be honest with whoever this is and just tell them that either their behavior is unacceptable to you and is hurting you, or that they aren't doing what you need them to do, that they aren't... There's that Carly Pierce song, What He Didn't Do. I won't tell you what he did, but in the end, it wasn't what he did, it was what he didn't do. That's why she broke up with them. Maybe it's a case of that. Whatever it is, you've got to have an honest conversation with this person. If you've tried, keep trying, but maybe try in a different way. You know, but you've got to make them see how serious this is for you, because you're unhappy. You're operating from a very unhappy place right now, but you don't want to walk away from this person. You love this person so much, whoever this is. This is just a reading full of love. I mean, deep, true, unconditional love, but it's also one of conflict and drama. This is a very passionate relationship, tumultuous, but you just can't quit each other. And I don't think you have to, but I think the two of you have got to start working on establishing a healthier relationship, because this is unhealthy for everyone involved. Ooh. All right. Let's go to the roast iconic. I don't know why the universe is calling on me to use the roast iconic, but they are. I just get the feeling that you need a little bit of tough love from the universe. All right. Leo, you got influencer. All right. Let's see what influencer means, and I apologize with the roast iconic. They're not in alphabetical order, so it can take me a minute. Like, they're not in any order, so it can take me a minute to find the card I'm looking for. And this is a relatively new deck for me. I'm not super familiar with, so I don't want to just lead you wrong. I want to read what's in the book, if I can find influencer. Are you using your power for good or for evil? Choose wisely. There you go. Leo, you have power over this situation. Whatever it is. Ultimately, you are the... I mean, look, this is going to change. This is going to... There is conflict coming whether you like it or not. This situation is going to come to a head. Whether you take any initiative or you do not. Whether you release whatever is inside of you, whatever this is that's weighing you down or not, this is coming to a head, all right? There's no avoiding it. There's no avoiding it with this Tower card here. You know things need to change. The question is, are you going to take the reins and sort of control where this goes, or are you just going to let this crash? Because you're on a trajectory right now, Leo, to where like it's gonna be volcanic, you know, but it doesn't have to be. I think there's a happy ending for you here, but you have to take the reins. Leo, take the wheel. Sorry, that's what came to mind. But like seriously, like I feel like you're in like that kind of situation, you know, where you need to invite the universe in to help you. But the universe can't do it all. You know, Jesus steers the wheel in that car is the sort of, you know, but the universe can't do it all here. You're going to have to use your power. But I think you do need to call on the universe to help you. But ultimately, you have a straightforward choice here. You can either address what this is and change what needs to be changed, work with your partner, be honest with your partner about what is or what is not working for you here. Or this thing can explode like the tower is exploding here. But you have a straightforward choice. And the choice is yours, Leo. The choice is yours. You may decide this isn't worth saving. Only you can know that. I don't know your situation. I only know what I see in the cards. And this is a collective reading. So only you can make that decision. And it may be that this tower moment is inevitable because your partner cannot change or will not change. But I think if they do, and you two are able to meet each other halfway, it could be so worth it. It could be so worth it. All right, Leo. I'm going to leave it there. Y'all take care of yourselves. Good luck out there. Bye-bye.